Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another Wednesday weekly live class. This is a free class that's showcasing all the wonderful things that Stampin' Up! Has, and I'm trying to share as much as I can so you can see all the wonderful products. I'm loving this new series because it's really helping me create lots of fun things, and I look forward to sharing with you because that's the most important part. So I'm going to flip my camera around. We're going to be doing Velvet Meadow today. I'm going to show you 4 cards, and if you would like to get the PDF for free and the kits, so the kits would look like this, and I'll be going over them. All you have to do is place a minimum $50 order in my online store, and I will send the kits to you free of charge. Everything but stamping. I can't do any of the stamping per Stampin' Up's policy, but I am happy to give you all the parts to make, and you can either substitute any flowers you have, or if you're interested, you could purchase the Flowering Meadow bundle. You don't have to. You can get whatever you want. Let's say you wanted to get some, I don't know, cardstock this time, and you had to stock up on some of the new colors or try a new ink color. So whatever you want, whatever adds up to $50, or maybe there's a stamp set you've been wanting, you put that in there, and when I see your order come through, that triggers me to go ahead and send you the kits free of charge, all the cardstock, all the paper, anything, the envelope, any kind of die cuts, everything but the stamping. So let's get started so I can show you all the fun cards. So I'm going to flip my camera around and move that stand out of the way, and we will turn this around and get started. I hope I have this in the right spot. Not too bad. There's a little bit of a glare here. I used to have some vellum here. What we'll do is we'll just kind of put that right there. Okay, so Velvet Meadow. The key, or the star of this show, is the designer series paper, because there is white flocking, not like on all the parts, but majority of the parts that are white. So I wish this was texture vision, but you could see that this is flocking here. We got some little white flowers here that are flocking. And then we had flocking here. And on the back side, which we call the B side of our paper, we just have some really nice muted, subtle papers. So I'm going to show you this wonderful paper. And I'm going to set that aside right now. And I'm going to give that to him. Go get it, buddy. All right. Let's see where we're going to get started. Let me grab my PDF so I can look at that as I am going through these cards. This is the bundle, Flowering Meadow. The suite is called Velvet Meadow, and there's all kinds of different parts. There are embellishments, and there's the stamp set, the paper, and it does have, I think, ribbon with it, but I don't know if I have it. The dies look like this. And so I've used some of the dies, and we will go ahead and get started. So my first card is a really fun card. These were inspired by my friend Manda Dorley. She's from Ohio and a good friend and part of one of my sharing groups for swaps. And so, whoa, my goodness, I'm so sorry. My hand hit the camera. That was silly. Now it seems a little too close. Well, I think it's too close on my, oh dear, did I knock it? There we go. Okay, excuse me. Let's grab the first card. It is a sweet and simple card. It is called Just Because. So let's get started on this card. I love these clear envelopes, so we have to protect all of our cards. Let's slide that out. So the first card focuses on the paper here. We have a strip of accent paper, and then we have our focal point stamping. And then inside, we have a little surprise too. So let's go ahead and get started on this card. Again, when you place your order, you're going to get all these parts. So let's go ahead and get them out of here. Okay. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our card base, and we're going to go ahead and burnish it really like this. And since I like to do it, I don't know, I like to do my insides first. So we're going to go ahead and get started on the inside of the card. We're going to do a little quick stamping there. It has this cute little flower and this stem, and then just a little bit of blending. So I do have berry burst on here. So I'm going to see if I got any more berry burst on here. I do. Sometimes you don't have to go ahead and put more on. I kind of have colors that I use more frequently than others, and so I already had this ready to go. So that worked out really nicely. Let's go ahead and use our new Peaceful Pine. We're going to need the sentiment. Oh, this is the first time I don't have all the stamps mounted. Well, we will do that on demand. So I store my stamps now like this. Let me show you. I have to separate it here. Get it in here. There we go. They're kind of sticky. Oops, that lifted up. So I have a picture here, which I have stamped from here onto there. And then I put all my stamps here. So let's see what we need first. We need that wonderful sentiment that says, you are, let me find it. You are right here, this long one. And let me grab, I'm going to move this over a little bit. I'm a little crowded here. Okay, there we go. We're going to grab that sentiment. And let me grab one of my piercing mats. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining my Wednesday weekly class. Oh, hi, Edie. Thank you for joining our Wednesday class, too. That's who I see right now. I appreciate you joining me. I do enjoy making these. Okay, so we're going to pick You Always Make Me Smile is going to be the inside sentiment. Okay, and let me grab my chamois. I have everything really close to me. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And we'll set that aside for now. And then we're going to keep open this, let me move this up here. It's magnetic. It's kind of cool. All right, we're going to do the stem to the flower next. So let me find the stem to the cute little flower we're going to do, which is right here. And I will grab one of these. Got so much in my way here. I need to move things a little bit out of the... Are we getting the dark? It looks a little dark. Do I have all my lights on? I sure do. Oh, I know what's happening. There we go. I moved a box and that made it block the light. My apologies. All right, so let's go ahead and ink this up. I'm going to test it over here. Yeah, it's good. And I'm going to put it right. I'm going to make sure it's inked up well. Right over that. And then let's clean that off. And then we need the cute little, it almost looks like a thistle to me. I'll grab that and we're going to use our color. Let's close up that Peaceful Pine now. Move that out of the way. Grab our Berry Burst. We're only using 3 colors. So I am using the Velvet Meadow. Thanks for asking. It is the Velvet Meadow Suite, which is also the Flowering Meadow Bundle. And we're using Bubble Bath, Peaceful Pine, and Berry Burst. And everything will be posted afterwards. And so we'll go ahead and do our little, this reminds me of a thistling flower. There we go. So, while we have it out, we should do this. I'd like to go ahead, make sure my envelope is empty of all my parts. Yep. Let's go ahead and just do a quick flower right here on our envelope. Let me grab that. Do a little bit, oops. Right there. Grab our thistle right here. And we'll see if I have any more color on that blending brush. I do not have a blending brush for every color. I'll show you what I'm going to do in a second here. I'm going to go ahead and put a little blending on this. I just happen to have enough left over that just gives a little peek. I was surprised I had even some on there. So when I use my blending brushes, what I like to do is I will try to get most of the ink off, let's say right here, until it kind of comes clean, but I will wash it generally under warm water and soapy water and then let it dry overnight. So I could use another type of pink on here. So I just kind of have like a general blue one, a pink one, a red one, a yellow one, and things like that. Woo, my hands were right in the way there. Sorry about that. So I do love the blending brushes, and look at what a nice little touch that adds. Okay, we have our insert done. Let's move this to the side. And we're not going to use those embellishments quite yet. Move those out of the way. And we got all our parts here. bring the card base back in. And I'll need my adhesive. Uh-oh. Where did my adhesive go? Should be right here. Isn't that funny? I don't have my adhesive here. Oh, we're gonna have to use liquid glue again? I don't know what I did with my adhesive. That's kind of funny. That is really funny. All right, we'll use liquid glue. It's fine. I saw somebody do this. I want to do it. A little heart. I thought that was clever. Okay, so we're going to use our multi-purpose liquid glue. I'll just grab the little holder right here. Someone made me that a few years ago, actually, when I went to, where did we go? St. George, Utah. And it was a lady I met in the airport who was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we were going to the same retreat. So there's the card base. It's cloud cover, and we're going to go ahead and do the rest of it here. Let's see here. I just got a little bit of stickiness on here, so you know what I do? I have a little bottle of Johnson's baby powder. I'm just going to put a little bit of baby powder on this. There's a little bit on my mat too. Why isn't it coming out very well? Whoa, now it came out a lot. And then we'll grab a tissue here. Watch out, Oak. Okay, I don't want to get you, buddy. And then I'm just going to brush this on and off. There we go. Okay. All right. And now we're going to smell like baby powder. But that takes away the stick in a quick emergency here. So we're going to take and go ahead and not stamp. We're going to add our strip of 2 inches, I think it is, by 5 1/4. And we're going to use that liquid glue again. I'm just baffled right now. I don't think it's in the other room. Because I brought everything back into my office as I'm preparing in the next week or so to get back to Michigan. So I'm kind of organizing things, and I decided I have to go onto Target and order some boxes. I like these shoe boxes they have. That's where I keep all my cards in. They fit nicely. I have accumulated so many beautiful cards here in Florida, but I need to get them back to Michigan. So I thought, how am I going to do that safely and not let them get crunched? Oh, let me see. I think I found them. Yep. No, that's not it either. I thought it was a basket I had there. That's really odd. They're not on the... Is that one right there? No. Okay, well, we're just going to continue. Liquid glue's fine. My favorite glue of choice is the Stampin' Seal. So we're going to lay down this piece of Peaceful Pine. I hate that it's covering up the yellow, so I'm going to shift this over just a little bit because I really want that yellow, pop of yellow to come through. So you can put your pieces where you would like them. You don't have to exactly put them where I put them. You can change around anything you want. Maybe I've had people in the past flip over and use the whole other side of the paper, and I think that's awesome because it's your card. You should go ahead. These are just spin-off ideas. And I just like to get you inspired making cards. Okay, so let's set that aside. Now we have our focal point. So we're going to use a little berry burst. So mine's going to be a little bit off center, but that's okay because I really wanted the color to show through. And then we're going to put this aside for just a moment. Put that aside for a moment. We're going to bring back in that Stampin' Pierce mat. And we are going to stamp the flowers. So I'm going to need to do some 2-step stamping. We're going to use Peaceful Pine, Bubble Bath, and then the little centers will be Berry Burst. So let me get all those parts ready. Usually I have these already mounted. Uh-oh. You know what's happening? My computer is going nuts here. Hold on. Let me set this over here. One moment, please, because I don't know what's happening to my computer. Let's see. All right, I think because I set something on it and it was making it go nuts, actually. All right, let's see. We need the double stand of the flowers. Grab another block here. And then we need a really small block. And it will be over here. And I need to clean that one off better. And I'll put that back on here. And we need the little tiny, I gotta find it here. Oh yeah, this was interesting. They're actually, at first I couldn't find it. They're actually 2 pieces on here. and you stamp them together at once. They attached them together. I'm going to show you do this. So at first I was like, where are those little pieces? Okay, so we're going to grab up that Peaceful Pine again. Do our stems. I'm going to come right off. What you need to do with the new ink pads, I'm traditionally you just stamp, 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 but I find you need to do just a quick little twist too. That's my little tip for today. I'm going to have many of those actually. All right, let's put that there. Let's close up. Well, we're going to do that in a minute. We'll be back to that Peaceful Pine. We need our bubble bath for the flowers. Got some powder all over that one. All right, so I'm going to line this up so that these bottom of the flowers match up to the stem. So you just have to look through and then double check both of them. And I went a little low, but that's okay. There we go. That's pretty. And then it will look a little bit, look how it turns a little bit lighter after it sits for a little bit. And then we're going to add those cute, now look at, this is going to add a little spot to the inside of there and there at the same time. Pretty clever. All right, we need the Berry Burst now. Stamp, stamp, stamp. And I got to get this lined up because my camera is right there. Let's see, I'll do the best I can here. There we go, not too bad. A little off, but that's close enough for me. And we'll set those aside. Put these in the chamois. Thank you, Oakley. It's been oh, I noticed I got a little bit of a fuzz there. Might have been just before I had to change. When you start to notice all this fuzziness on your papers when you're cutting them, that means you need a new blade. So I did change the blade, though, the other day. So let's go ahead and add this to the mat of Berry Burst. And the positive thing of liquid glue is it gives you a minute to wiggle it around so you can get a little bit better of margins. And then I'm actually going to do this flat. I'm just kind of going to overlap it so that you get a little bit here and a little down here. And well, that's a little crooked there, but that's okay. My green, I don't think it's too late to, I think, move it because of the liquid glue. Yeah, I can't move it. It's tight. This is a strong adhesive. All right. I don't think anybody's going to notice as much as I will notice. Okay. Now, the sentiment we're going to do is just because. And so I will bring this back in again. Took a scrap piece of paper. I need to find the word just because. And it's right up here at the top. Grab another block. And back to that wonderful, I love this Peaceful Pine. I think I figured out this is probably my favorite color. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it in the middle because this is a scrap piece. You'll get a scrap piece to do some kind of, you place an order and get the kits, you'll get a scrap piece so that you can go ahead and do the punching yourself. So I have the triple banner punch here, and you can choose any one of those banners. It does not matter. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this in here. Now I'm going to tell you, I bet you it's too short. See how it's not long enough? So the trick to that, if you don't know already, is to go ahead and take a stick note and attach it. That gives you a handle, okay? So we can look at all three of the, do this here. I'm going to fold this up because the stickiness wants to stick. There we go. All right, let's just get this in here now. I think I want the banner to be on this side. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and just line it up. Punch. You're going to get some of that. It doesn't matter. You can peel it right off because it's a stick note. You can leave it on there if you want, but it's just going to peel right off. And then that will become garbage. Now this triple banner came out, I think, in January. or one of the online releases, I think. So now we're going to take our really cute sentiment. We're going to pop it up here with our wonderful dimensionals. And I think I need my minis. So I put my minis in one of these clear envelopes because they were going all over the place. So let's see here. Yeah, you could probably use regular. I'm going to use 3 minis. I hear you're having wonderful weather up in Michigan. And then it's going to get cold again. That's what I heard on the news today. It is extremely hot here, but I love it. So I'm going to put this right about here. And then we get to use those fun new, they call them dreamy flowers. And my dreamy flowers are already open. Let's go ahead and grab my Take Your Pick tool. It should be right here. Yeah, everything. I put everything back where it belongs. Okay, so I'm going to take a small one of these. I'll put it over here. And a larger pink one there. Oh, colder today. Only up to 60. Okay. I'm not getting the... and then I'm going to choose one of these white ones too. I'm going to put it right up here. Okay. So you can do different spots for these as long as they're in kind of a visual triangle. Notice I had this here. I realized I really wanted the flag to go the other direction. So now I have 2 cards for just because. And you always make me smile. All right, that's our first card. What do you think? You like it? It's quick and easy, but it's fun. All right, let's go ahead and let's see here. I'm just curious if I turn my, oh, I don't know if I can. I want to turn my, are you guys seeing, like, is it too close up? Oh, it is. Is it on the vertical and not the horizontal today? Am I only centered right here? Shucks. Because in my view, it's showing landscape. But on my iPad, it's showing vertical. Can somebody tell me if it is landscape vision for you, or are you seeing it in the portrait mode? As I set that up, otherwise, I'm sorry, I've been looking at my camera and probably not a different view. So I know there's a little bit of delay. So, gosh darn. I really try to set that up from the beginning because it really makes a difference when I upload my videos. Shucks. Oh, shucks. Okay, thanks, Edie. Well, unfortunately, this one's going to be a portrait mode one. Boy, that hasn't happened in a really long time. If you notice, most of the time, so that's why you can't see what I'm doing because I've been focusing over here the whole, on my camera, it's showing the whole thing. So maybe the video will be okay. When I put these back, I put these on upside down. So the flat side is up so that when I close it, it'll go back right into the spot where it's supposed to belong. I think it's a fun little trick. And I'm going to put that right here. So let's move on to our next card. So if I fold this closed, I'll go this way for vertical. And then I open it back up. Well, everyone but that one. That one needs to be washed in some Dawn soap. But that's how they generally go back. Okay. Okay, good. Thanks, Edie, because I'm like, shucks, I didn't want to have you not see what I'm doing. Let's see. Number 2. Let's see what I got. I'm just going to go in the order that I have them. Okay. This one is so many years to celebrate. Or pardon me, so many reasons to celebrate. So we're going to pull this off right here. So many reasons to celebrate. Now I feel like I'm crooked. Let's see if I'm straight again. All right, we're going to grab a block. Put that on. Oh, it's okay, honey. Oh, he's doing some, like, Mom, take me. Okay. So I'm going to put this back too. We're done with that. I've never heard him make that noise before. Okay, we're going to do so much to celebrate, or so many reasons to celebrate. Here's this card, and here is that beautiful velvet paper. I have some flowers that I have die cut, and I just have to flick them open because I know there's more than one there. So we got a couple flowers. We have a stem. We have lots of paper, more matting, layers. That's the back of that. Unfortunately, that's really pretty. I think it'd be a little bit too much though. You could try it. I'm going for the more subtle look here. So, and then we have our insert, and there's a little flower I die cut. So I would die cut all these flowers for you. There should be one more. There's another stem. Let's get all those flowers out. And the bow, good. I wasn't sure if I had made the bow because I did these so long ago. All right, we got all our parts. All right, so let's set the envelope aside for just a moment. And we got our card base, and we are going to take all these little parts and pieces and put them on the insert right now. I don't know if I'm going to start with the insert today because I want to keep all those right close to me here. All right, we're not stamping yet. We're going to go ahead and burnish the Peaceful Pine. So what's really fun is we are having a new join special. And if you haven't heard about it already, I'll have a post here after I'm done on this site. And we only have a few days left till the 31st if you're interested in joining my Stampin' Up! Team called the Stampin' Gems. I'd love to have you come see what it's all about. We have a good time, and I'm going to let you just see the post that I do. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front. And I'm going to get my liquid glue again. You know, I hate doing the velvet, but sometimes you have to. Oh, he did kind of sound like a cow, didn't he? Yeah, no cows here. He's just making funny noises. He's never made that noise before. Okay, let's rub that down. I'm going to go ahead and grab a big block and see if that will hold that down while I get the other things ready. And while we're waiting that to dry, before I put on the next one, we're going to go ahead and bring that back in and let's stamp our sentiment. So we're going back to that wonderful Peaceful Pine again. Hopefully you can see this. And I'm going to go to the upper right-hand corner. Oops, see, I got to do that twist. Okay, stamp, 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 twist, twist. We have a little reminder. Oh, that looks great. Okay, so that's our, I think, our only stamping that we're going to do. Okay, close that up. I'll double check that. We're going to mat that onto our Berry Burst again. I love the colors. These are so my colors. There we go. Let's bring the card base back in again. And we are going to take the other strip of paper, the one that has the flocking on it, and we're going to go ahead and move that from here about a ½ inch in, and I can see from the grid lines about a ½ inch over and down. So I'll flip that over. Okay, I did something kind of nice yesterday. I decided to watch Dutton Ranch. I've been so busy, I haven't even taken the time to be watching any shows lately, and I took the time last night to take a break. Has anybody seen Dutton Ranch? It's on Paramount Plus. It's a spin-off from Yellowstone. I thought it was really good. Of course, they leave you hanging. They show you 2 episodes, and then they leave you hanging. I'm like, ah. So, all right, now we're going to build onto here. Let me grab my silicone mat. I can find that. It should be right here. The one thing about being back in my office again is a little bit narrower space. That's okay. There we go. We'll pull this in so you can see a little bit better. All right, so we got our parts. And we're going to start with the stem first, okay? And I'm not going to put the stem all the way up. It's going to be a little bit longer. We can trim it off now or trim it off afterwards. So I'm going to go ahead and put some liquid glue. And I used to say this all the time, dot, dot, not a lot. Can you tell I taught kindergarten? Dot, dot, not a lot. All right, so we're going to put some of that on. And we're going to flip that over. Try not to get glue on my fingers. And let's see here. I kind of want it to go on an angle like that. Let's hope I left room for my flowers. Like that and like that. I should have dry fit it. That's pretty good. Okay, so we're going to actually turn them over though, Diane. And we're going to go ahead and add a little glue to the back of the flowers. I'm going to pop one right here. And the other one right here. So like I said, anybody watching any good shows lately? Because I really enjoyed that one. And then we're going to just go ahead and add in some of these leaves. Okay. Just going to go ahead and put a little dot, dot again, not a lot. So if you're interested in getting the PDF to this, there are really two ways. The first way is you place an order on my website for $50 or more, and then I will automatically send it to you. You do not have to. Let me look again. I don't want to put glue where it's not going to be on the paper. So we're going to keep the glue to these three. I lost my train of thought there. You can go ahead and place an order in my online store, or you have a chance to join my team. I do upload these for my team for free. Okay, so now I got more glue over here. I'll be getting more powder out. We'll put that over that. And then you're going to take your bow and you're going to attach it right here to the bottom. But before we do that, we're going to grab our snips. Hey, you know what, something we found out? I have to tell you, we discontinued our snips because they had a hard time getting them from the manufacturer. And so I have in my cart, and I'm going to finish up my pre-order today. I was waiting for my one friend to go ahead and tell me what we were going to do for some upcoming projects. And we have Christmas and Halloween and a really cool floral set called Violet Dreams. Definitely that one in my cart right away. But I'm going to make this flower or bow a little smaller. When you get your bow, you can adjust it for me. And you can pre-order all those new items if you want to join Stampin' Up. That's a nice perk to get everything early. Well, hello, Robin. Thanks for joining. I was just saying I'm counting down the days. I'm getting ready to come home. Then I'm going to go ahead and place this with a glue dot. You have to have all your different kinds of adhesives. I'm going to push that onto here. And then we're going to tuck that at the bottom. I'm going to trim in a minute. We're going to adhere this. Again, I went flat because we got some height here from our flower, or our bow, excuse me. And so I'm going to keep everything flat. Oh, yeah, you did order those snips? That was the only thing you pre-ordered? You had other things on your list from... Oh, those things are for pre-order aren't going to be available to customers until July. I agreed. I was debating about what I want to do for the... Halloween and Christmas. That's why it's still sitting in my cart. I'm like, well, what am I going to do? Hi, Jennifer. All righty. And then I'm going to take, now these are not my ribbon scissors. These are my ribbon scissors. And even though I sometimes, well, I can tell, this doesn't have a Sharpie marker on it. If I have DLA on them, I know that I've recently had them sharpened. I go to an event where they can get sharpened. And I'm just going to snip this off and snip this one off too. And let's clean up this mess a little bit. I'm so bummed that I'm in the vertical mode. I know you guys don't care, but I do because I feel like you can't really see very well. Okay, look at that. I even have an extra stem for another project. All right, let's make sure we got everything done here on that card. Where is that card? This is the So Much to Celebrate. We have to add on our embellishment. And I just gave it a plain insert, so we're going to just stick with that. So, oh, we have to finish it. And look at, I put them on upside down. They were supposed to be, you didn't yell at me, Carol, to tell me my flowers were upside down. That's funny. I don't know if I can get them off. See, if I was not using this liquid glue. So we're actually going to have these are the correct way to put the flowers on. That's hilarious. So I guess flowers come in all different ways. I'm going to take my Berry Burst blend and I'm going to just kind of color the base of this one, even though it's supposed to be the top. That's funny. I made my own kind of flowers up. Too bad I can't get them upside down. They're just too adhered on there. I'd have to use my undo, and I'm not going to grab that right now. Okay, so let's grab the, I think that's hilarious. Some embellishments here. And sorry, Oakley, don't play with that. Looking for my take your pick tool, which is hiding on me again. I don't see it. Where did my take your pick tool go? There it is. And I'm going to only use, I could use colors, but I decided to use only white on these. So we're going to go ahead, I'm going to try and change this up a little bit. I'm going to go, oops, thought I had it. And then we're going to take another white one and we're going to go over right about here. And there's my two cards. One with the upside down flower. And look, I think I used the wrong pink here too. That looks like I grabbed Pretty in Pink and it's supposed to be Bubble Bath. I'll make sure you get Bubble Bath and make sure you put your flowers on upside down like me. That is hilarious. Okay, you think anybody will know? Tell me what you think. Oh, I cracked myself up. I don't know what to name it. That's funny, Edie. All right, well, such is life. All right, and it still matches. It's in the pink family, but I really do like the Bubble Bath with it. That's funny. Okay, so there's card number 2. I hope you like that one. I'm serious. I'm laughing at myself. I think this is hilarious. Okay, let me put those back into the basket and let's move on to card number 3. All right, I'm trying to keep this to an hour. And we just did that one, so I'm going to go back. We're going to be doing a thank you card now. Whoops, I didn't put the insert in that one. Let's go back. All right, and you could add something to it if you'd like, but I think sometimes I just am in a hurry and I need to finish up, or I go back and add something to the envelope and the card later. There we go. Okay, let's go on to the next card, which is the thank you card right here. And we grab the kit. So here's the kit. We're going to be using the color Basic Beige, actually, and I got everything out of there. So we're using that paper that it's actually like, let me show you. Oh, did I put it away already? There is a piece of paper in here. I'm going to show you if it will show up on my, well, here's one I want to show you too. This one has really a large print on it. I'm not sure if you can see the whole thing because I'm in portrait mode. So there's one, but that's not the one I cut from. And I don't know if I have any extras left. Oh, here I do. So on this one here, it has on the top and on the bottom. And so what I did is I cut it off at 5 1/4 and 5 1/4, but I saved that because I can either use the blue or the Basic Beige for a neutral on a thing. So that's one way to do that. So I can get 6 cards out of that piece of paper because I trimmed these down to actually 5 by 3 3/4. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to use a card base that is Basic Beige. I think, I did this backwards now. No, I didn't. Basic Beige. And then this is going to flip on. I forgot. It's this kind of a unique card. I prepped these so long ago, guys. Oh, a carnation. Ah, good idea, Edie. See, everything can work out fine. Okay, we're going to add some glue on the back of this 4 by 10.5, scored at 5 1/4, and put it on a quarter sheet of our cardstock, which is in basic beige. Okay, there's a little arch there. We have our insert piece. So I'm going to go ahead and put the insert in. And if you notice, I don't go all the way to the edges because when you push it down, it squirts over and you don't want it to ooze out your edges. So, okay, let's put that back up in the holder so it keeps drained. All right. Well, this is a quick and easy card. This is fun. All right, so now we're going to take that designer series paper, which is flocked. I like the blue on the back. That's pretty. That's cloud cover. Okay. And we're going to flip that over and center it. And so when everything comes to you, it'll be all cut for you. You just need to add the stamping. Okay. We're going to take that good old arch, and I'm going to put it on the side, and we're going to stamp the word thanks. So let me find the word thanks. Uh-oh, oh, right here. It is way over here. Thanks. And I'll grab a block again. And we're coming back to that nice neutral, peaceful pine. I like when try to narrow down the and keep down to a limited number of ink colors. I'm going to stamp this over to the right. Whoop, twist, twist. I'm going to get used to that twist, twist. There we go. Put that in my little chamois over here. And we're going to bring the card back from the bottom up. We're actually going to take this out of the way. And we're going to attach this. Oh, it's Robin. You said it looks like a carnation? Thank you. Well, that wasn't my goal, but a flower is a flower, as ever it can be. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it up here into this space here. And then I already have my bow done. That's not too bad as it is. We'll just kind of tighten it up a little bit. And especially when they're being mailed, they're going to shift. Oh, my Stamp for Club members, guess what? You should be getting your packages today, I hope. I didn't check my pirate ship to see. But guess what came yesterday? The embellishments. I couldn't figure out why they weren't coming. Well, they were in my mailbox. They had shoved this really hard packaging. It was not my favorite packaging from Stampin' Up, to be honest with you. And I was like, what? So I got to trim the edges of that off a little bit. And I could barely get it out of my little mailbox that I have here. But they were in there. It was a big package and 9 wonderful embellishments. So those are already in the guest room, ready to be packed to go. So I did not forget them, although I feel like I'm bringing a lot back from Florida to home, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's add our embellishments now. Back to those dreamy flowers. And we're going to go ahead and add the berry burst right here. And let's tuck one over. Now, everyone's going to be different. Like, I'm going to put this one up a little higher. When you look at my original, you just put it where it looks best on. I haven't used the pink, but I guess we can use the pink. Oh, I don't like the pink. I'm going to do the white. Visually, I don't want to cover the flocking up. There's flocking too. I'm going to put it right there over the leaf. Okay. So there's my card. Let's peek inside to see if I did put anything in there. You got it a half an hour ago? Awesome. And I already sent the PDF instruction. You'll get it. No, the prizes just went out Tuesday. Today's Wednesday. Yes. Oh, I did do it inside. For showing me you care. Let's go ahead and finish this up. Alrighty. More peaceful pine. I love it. Yeah, they're coming, and I will double check. The prizes take a while. They I have to get them packaged up. I wasn't able to get out Monday. There was a massive storm, Edie, and there was no way I was going up to the UPS store. Heck no. It was like ferociously. That's the time of season it is here in Florida. And it gives big rainstorms. And I'm like, heck no, I'm not going. All right. And then by the time I could go, the UPS store is closed because they're on what we call seasonal hours now. So they close at 5 now. I was like, oh, great. All right. Thanks for showing you care. And then we need to take a really cute little foliage here. And I'm going to do the stamping off. Oh yeah, I send them out pretty quickly if I can. I like to get them out Monday, like when I send out the Monday, the not mystery cards, the cards that people pick from on Monday in my VIP group. If you're not a member of my VIP group, you can just request to join if you want to learn more about Stampin' Up. Look at how pretty that is. So it's a little bit different of a fun fold, not much different, but a flip up. I like it. Okay, let me just take a moment and kind of clean up some of these stamps because we have one more card to do. And I want to make sure I don't get any ink on anything. All right, set those over there. So now we have our 2 cards. And look at that, looks much better the way I stamped it. This one was not as good, but okay, let's move those aside. Oh, and I should, while I've got it, I should go ahead and put some fernery, foliage, fernery. That's funny. I think I may have a new word. Let's put some on the envelope. And I think I had another envelope over here. Let's go ahead and boom, boom, boom. All right. So first, second, and third generations is always a fun way to add some interest to your envelopes. Okay, so we have that card done now. And we have our last card. We're gonna do 4 cards on Wednesdays. Let's move that out of the way. We're just clipping along. This is a fun fold card. Let me grab my instructions. You will get a PDF that has color photos and everything, all the instructions on how to put together these cards. Let me go to the last one. Okay, make sure I have any ink on my fingers. You know what I'm gonna do? Because you know me, I'm gonna grab a quick baby wipe because I feel like I got a little peaceful pine on me. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'll stick that there. And we are gonna use, this is a 4 1/4 by 11 piece of scored paper at 2 3/4 and at 8 1/4. And I'm gonna move this off for just a second. And I'm trying to be conscious if I'm in the screen, guys. I'm really trying hard. So, like I said, this hasn't happened to me in a long time. I hope you know I'm usually in the landscape, landscape mode, not portrait. So we got some parts and some more parts. We have an insert. We'll do that first because the way this is kind of an open card like that. Excuse me. Let me grab some water. Thank you. All right. Grab my liquid glue. So nobody else watched Dutton Ranch? I didn't see any comments. I thought it was good. I think it comes out, I think they dropped the episodes on Sundays. That's what I've heard. I don't know. I need to double check that. I enjoyed it. Oh, I didn't see the rest of your, I'm only, I'm sorry, Edie. Yeah, I'm not gonna, I want the prizes not to get, I send those out. Plus, isn't it fun to get mail? Oh, I love to get mail, so I don't mind sending packages to you. All right, so we're gonna add these pieces, and why do they look too small? They do. They look too small for the front here. Let's do the measurements again. This was supposed to be 2.5 by 4. Oh no, this is 2 1/4. So I got cute 2 little quarter. Let's go ahead and grab some more of that paper because I don't like that. And we're gonna trim it up. And if that ever happens to you, you get a card kit from me and the sizing is wrong, please don't hesitate to, well, I do have another idea. I could mat those in the either Peaceful Pine or, let me think here, or Berry Burst. No, we're already doing Berry Burst. Let's see if I got some scraps of Peaceful Pine. I think I do. So right now I'm putting my scraps in here. Oh yeah, let's do that instead. That way I don't have to cut more, but I would be happy to send you, because I like sending happy mail, so I would be happy to send you the correct sizes if I do make a mistake, because I am human and I'm a one-man team right now. Soon I'll be back to having more help. Hint, hint, Robin. So 2.5 by 3, no, pardon me, 2.5 by 4. So let's cut this at 4. I'm over here to my right. You might not be able to see this if I can see it on my landscape on my video. And then I'm going to do 2.5. Yeah, I'm going to get another piece. So we're going to mount that. Okay, this one. No, why didn't that come out right? Oh, because that should have been 2.5 by 4. Oh, look at it's dented there. And this should be, oh, because this is 4. We're going to make this 3 3/4. We can make anything work. Yeah, let's trim this down. So I trimmed this down to 3 3/4. There we go. There's one. Let me grab some more of my scraps of my Peaceful Pine. And I know I got more in here. So I don't have a spot in my accordion folder down here for my new in colors. So I have to, so this has to be, I have to create something. This is 4 by 2.5. And I got to trim the other one down to 3 3/4. So there's always works around, but I would be happy to replace if I make a mistake. So not a problem. It's easy and I like to send mail. Okay, there we go. A little fun twist here. Alrighty. Flip it over. Again, the flocking is going to be showing. And we'll attach this one here. Try to get that as centered as possible. There we go. We've got the insert in already. So now we'll take these panels and we'll put them on the flaps. Doesn't matter which one goes on which. So all these center flowers have the flocking on them. Ah, I did it again, Diane Alberts. We're gonna need more powder. Boy, I'm going through the powder today, aren't I? Where did my little bottle of powder go, though? Oh, I've got a little amp. Oh, there it is. It's way over here behind my garbage. Silly me. Okay, that's how you can save something now. All right, let's go ahead and put this one on. And it doesn't matter which one's the top or the bottom. Now, you could do this also in the landscape version, but we're going to be doing it top to bottom. I see a little bit like that. There we go. Okay, let's move along. Get these scraps out of the way. Put them back with the in colors. And I need to go ahead and look at, we're going to do some stamping. Actually, a lot of stamping. So let me pull in. We like to stamp. All right, we're going to pull in, and we're going to make sure we use bubble bath. So we're going to pull in our bubble bath and we're going to need all 3 colors again. I don't know if you can see those. All right, let's start first with, this is the panel we're going to do with the flowers on it. So let's do that first. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and stamp the stems. Now there's a 3 stem. So we're going to get that 3 stem and grab another block. And Peaceful Pine, tap, 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 twist, twist. I don't know if I'm on, probably not on camera because this opens up like that. Let's see if we can do that. Tap, 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 twist, twist. And I'm gonna do that again. And we're gonna have these kind of left and to the bottom so that all the stems reach like that. Didn't quite make it down there. That's okay. All right. Move the powder out of the way. Let's clean this on my chamois. And then we're gonna need the flowers. So we're gonna need the 3 flowers. And it's kind of hard to tell right now, but there is a bud on here. And I will go ahead and grab another block. Close up that Peaceful Pine. Let's grab our bubble bath. And now you have to figure out how it goes. So you're going to rotate it around. Let me look at my, the bud is going to go up here at the top. Okay, and they will fit. You just have to do a little twisting. Am I in camera or not? Let's come up a little bit. Again, I can't tell if I'm off or in camera. I don't like this new version. Okay, got the bud lined up, this flower lined up, and that flower. And I'm going to go for it. There we go. Okay, so we're going to grab the 3Z of the, what do you call that? The flower insert or centers. So let me put that thanks back. And grab these flowers and grab Berry Burst. Hiding on me. We're going to keep that open because we're going to use more. I don't even think I showed you this card first. Oh well, we're going to go like this. Okay, so does this one go on here? Yeah, it goes like this because the bud does not have one. So the one goes down here and the other 2 up there. And I got to stand up. Oakley, honey, I'm going to stand up because I cannot see. All right, we're going to go for it. Hey, not too shabby. Okay. Sorry, Oakley. He's like right underneath me. So, okay, that part is done. Close that for a minute. Bring back in that Berry Burst mat. I can pick it up here. We're going to grab that adhesive. And put that right here. I can bring that down just a tad while I've got a moment here. Straighten it out. There we go. Oh, thanks, Robin. I miss you guys. I really do. I can't wait to be home here. Okay. Now we're going to stamp some flowers and we're going to do some die cutting. So we're going to grab this double flower here and we're going to mount it onto the, let me get this back on its spot. I like having you come over too, Robin. So we're going to put this right here. Okay. And then we're going to grab that double, which I know is right here because we used it a few minutes ago. We'll trade for the triple. Put that one back. And pick that up. Grab some more Berry Burst. And we're going to put this on. See if I get this right. Pretty good. It's really difficult to see because I'm going over my camera and it's a little bit lower. And anyways, so let's go ahead and grab our Peaceful Pine again. And let me grab the stem. We're going to use the double stem again, which is back over here. And I'm going to make sure I clean this off. Looks like I've been using these Velvet Flowery Meadow. Oh, that needs my baby wipe. I've been using the Flowery Meadow bundle a lot, so I need to take these stamps and go put them in warm soapy water with a little Dawn and let them air dry, and they'll bring back all their stick. So here is And we're gonna stamp. I don't think you do it together. Oh, maybe you do. I don't know. Let me check my die. I don't remember now. I thought it was 2 separate pieces, but let me double check. Yeah, it is 2 separate pieces. So there's a spot here, and then I had the double flower. So I was right. Okay, I was gonna attach it, but we're gonna actually detach it so that we're gonna run it through my Stampin' Cut Emboss machine, which I'm excited about because I just saw in the inventory status report that the plates have come back, and I desperately need plates down here. My plates are horrible down here, and I'm like, shucks, I gotta place an order. So I'm glad I did not place my order early this morning, and I waited because now I will be able to get some plates and have them down in Florida when I come back next year. So, oops, excuse me, Oakley. I know you're not expecting me to get up. Let me grab my mini Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. It's a little too crowded in here, but I think I'm gonna have to do, next week I'm gonna have to do back on my dining room table. This is a little too crowded here. Let's see. Let's take out this die here, which is for the stems. And then we need the double flower. So grab the double flower. And we'll slide that back in. And we're gonna open up. We don't sell this boho blue anymore, but I like that I have the boho blue down here, and then I have extra ones at home. So let's grab our base plate, which is plate number 1. We're gonna take plate number 2. I'm gonna lay down my paper. I don't know if you can see that or not, no. And I'm going to lay down the flower die. And let's see if I can do it without my little tape on there. We'll see if it comes out okay. Nope, I'm gonna need my little 3M tape. Let me grab it over here. It was just to my right. Oakley's looking at me like, again, Mom? He's like trying to nap. And I'm hoping, I haven't looked outside. We're supposed to get bad rainstorms again today. We went to the dog park yesterday, and guess what? We were the only ones there. So he and I played with the Frisbee, and I don't think he had as much fun. I had fun. I think he wanted his friends. Some big dogs came, but we weren't going to play with the big dogs yesterday. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get there before the storms hit. So now I have everything on here. I'm going to go ahead and start. Oops. It'd help if you put it in straight die. I'm going to crank it right through. Those noises are normal. Okay. Thanks for showing up. If you watch us on replay, please type in the replay so I know who's come to visit. And just say hello. I don't know if you know, I'm in Naples, Florida right now. I'm a snowbird, and I will put those aside and do that later. Be heading home in a few days here. We're waiting for my husband, who's gallivanting the world right now, having a good trip. He's on a pleasure trip in Europe, having a lot of fun. So, oops. Let me grab our piece in here. We are going to take, oh, we're going over again. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep it. Oh, that's a lot. I'm going to have to spread that out. That's a little bit too much glue. My goal is really to keep this to an hour. Okay, let's flip that over. And it's going to be okay if these flowers overlap. But I'm going to try and put it over here as far as possible. Look at that. All right. And then we're going to take this and we're going to pop this up with our Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to put 2 right here. Maybe I'll put 3. Nope, 2's fine. And peel the backings off. We're almost done. I just want to finish up and add these flowers here. Isn't that pretty, guys? All right, let's move some of the stuff out of the way. We're going to bring back in the focal point and adhere it only on the upper part so that the card will open up like this, okay? So I'm just going to add some adhesive right here to the top. So you'll get all the die cut pieces and the paper, the embellishments. I'll give you everything to make this card except for the stamping. Okay. So this one I purposely left blank and didn't add a sentiment so that you would have, and do you ever do this? You're ready to have a card ready for whatever the occasion is, because this is just a beautiful card. You could make it into a happy birthday card, a get well soon. So I did that intentionally. It's not like I didn't choose another sentiment. I did that intentionally so that you can add whatever you want. And now we're going to go to that bubble bath and add those on. So there was a little method to my madness here. I'm going to add that there. We're going to do this one here and this one here. Okay? And so there's the bulk we have. These are, I will tell you, a little bit bulky. So what I would do is I take, let me see if I can grab one here. You'll all get Amazon packages. I just cut them down. And this is not measured, it's just guessing. And I put those on so that when I go through, or when it goes through the machine, I pick the side that is going to have less bulk. So I think it would be this side that would go in like that, so that when it runs through the machine, it's not going to ruin. So save your and cut up your Amazon packages so that you get the bubble wrap like that. Okay. Gosh darn, this is crazy that I have such a mess here. Let me see. I didn't stamp. I should have stamped the envelope. I'm not going to because we're running out of time. I want to showcase all the Flowering Meadow, which is part of the Velvet Meadow Suite. All right, I'm going to show you all the cards one more time. If you want to get the directions and all the pieces to make these cards, there's my carnations. I have to show, if you didn't see the beginning, look at this. I cracked myself up. These look like those bee bombs or something like that. Carol helped me on my flower names. Yeah, I agree, Jennifer. I like the blank cards and generics. You never know what the occasion will be. Okay, look at these aren't even showing up. Good thing I looked up at the camera because we're in the. So we're gonna go that and that, there, and then let's pull the very first card we did out. It's in the cloud cover, and there you go. Can you see those? I don't even know. Let's see. Thanks, Robin. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope I'm waiting to see if they're in the view so you guys can see them all. Well, they're a little bit over to right of center. Oh, how frustrating. There you go. So those are the 4 cards I made today using the Velvet Meadow Suite or the Flowering Meadows bundle. You can save 10% by just buying the bundle. Okay. And if you have any questions, let me know. You spend $50 or more, you'll get the PDF with all the directions. If you're on my team and choose to join my team, you will get all my tutorials for free. So I will be uploading this later today for my team to have this tutorial. And I will be posting the replay of this onto YouTube, so it's out there forever because fortunately, let me turn this around now. Unfortunately, Facebook taking a picture. I want to flip it around. Yay. Okay, there we go. See, I'm in the horizontal mode here. Anyhow, thank you. I'm glad you joined me. I'm 10 minutes over. I got to really work on getting this down to an hour, but I just had so many fun things to show you. Oh, now I am sideways. Now I'm straight up again. That's odd. So I'm looking at my iPad to the right here. So, and you can see the light there. Let me turn that down. So I hope you guys have a great Wednesday. I had fun creating a weekly online class with you. Like I said, this will be posted later on YouTube, and if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to join my team, you can get into the new pre-order, which I'm going to be finishing my order later today, but I've definitely got that violet in there. I had to figure out what else I wanted to add, so I'm caving and I'm going to add the Christmas, I think. So we'll see. I've also added those new snips in, or which are calling detailed scissors. I can't wait to try those. They're only letting us get one. I wanted a few more, and I added some unique paper. I don't know, what else did I get? I can't remember now. But anyways, I have a few things in there, and then I'll get the rest when I get back to Michigan because I don't need that much to carry back. I already have a big car full as we make the journey back from Naples, which is about 19 hours. But we have to break that up with eating and going to the bathroom and taking a stop in probably Chattanooga to spend the night. So last year we made it up to somewhere out to Kentucky, I think. I don't know. We drove a long time, and I said, we're going to stop halfway this time. We'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing you. I'll still be here for another week or so. I will be here next Wednesday. Yeah, I was thinking I have an appointment at 9, but that will not interfere with my class at all. So you wonder what we're doing next week? I'll tell you. How many of you, and I don't think I have many Europeans watching, well, we're going to do the set, and I didn't grab the stamp set called Sweet Words, which it totally goes with the Silly Old Bear, okay? And if you purchase a Silly Old Bear, I have another 10 tutorials offered for free. So, pretty fun. I have that. I have them all in here. And you can, if you spend $75 or more, you will get even our new creative card with the Fern and Flora. So I'm really offering a lot of value for you. I hope you're liking it. If I can help you out in any way, please let me know. I'm Diane Alberts with Design with Diane. And have a great week. And I will see you Friday for coffee and a card. And next week for Sweet Words with the Silly Old Bear set. So thank you so much and have a great day. Bye now.